Hello, day 41, preparation IELTS. How are you doing? Hello everyone, how are you doing? What are we going to do today? So, while we are waiting for others to join, let me tell you what happened yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about cars and we had the practice for speaking part 1. I have shown some ideas and also students in the chat showed some ideas, some really good ideas that you can use in your own speaking, and you can use those ideas when you go for the actual IELTS. Okay, and when you can have, like when you have the question about cars. Narusbek, hello. Aruran, hi. How are you? How's it going? Do you have any news? No? Okay, so what should we do today? Do you have any ideas? Do you want to practice speaking like yesterday? Or maybe writing? Or maybe reading? Not reading. Reading takes a lot of time, and also when we are doing reading, many students feel sleepy. That's why reading is not a good option for our lessons. I'm good, thank you. I'm not bad. I'm still alive. Somehow. Still geeking. Yeah, let's do speaking. Okay, let's look at speaking. What can we find? Okay, let's find something. From yesterday's website, it was your... No, not your IELTS. It was... What was the website? IELTS something... It was... No, it's writing task 1. What? Writing task 1? How to do IELTS? How to do IELTS is for writing. Your IELTS.ru. Okay, wait a second. Not this one. Your IELTS speaking part 1 topics. This one. Speaking part 1, new topics, August 2026. Maybe we have some students who took IELTS recently. Maybe they have some ideas. No? Leonard, how are you? Nice to see you here. Okay, so here we have some new topics about watches, tidiness, history, evening time, sport programs, mirrors, teachers, social media. What do you do on social media? Clothes. What kind of clothes do you like to wear? I think it's I'm just looking at the questions and trying to say, is it an easy question or not? So, watches. Do you wear a watch? Have you ever got a watch as a gift? Do you think it's important to wear a watch? Why? Why do some people wear expensive watches? So I think it's an easy question. Tidiness. Are you a tidy person? How to keep things tidy? Keep your room workspace clean. Do you used to keep your room tidy as a child? How do you feel when you're in a messy environment? Do you think people should be tidy all the time? Yeah, we can talk about tidiness. What do you think? Tidiness. Being tidy. Okay, so now Uzbek, when are you going to take the IELTS? How much time do you have for preparation? 1 month, 2 months? Maybe more. Okay, so let's talk about tidiness. Are you a tidy person? So you can answer the first question by yourself, but I will start answering. If you want, you can answer it yourself in the chat. I will read it a little bit later. Okay, Naursbek, I think you have time. If you prepare every day, you will be ready in 1 month. So don't worry. Okay, are you a tidy person? So let me just. Okay. Are you a tidy person? So I would consider myself to be a tidy person because since my childhood I've always been cleaning the room after myself and washing the dishes, and I really like to be in an like in a clean environment. Also, I think it's a kind of disorder in me. I think it's a kind of disorder because sometimes I feel really nervous if something is not in its correct place. For example, if I see a pen which is not in a pen case, but in a on just it's like laying on the floor, I feel uncomfortable. I think it's a kind of a disease. Okay, Aruran, I'm planning to take the IELTS exam in 2 months. You still have time. Okay, Leonard, I've just started practicing IELTS with your lessons. Okay, I'm happy. Okay, so these are my ideas. To be honest, you see, I'm talking to you actually. Do you yes, I'm a tidy person, but I think sometimes I overdo it because people around me get nervous. Maybe they got irritated that I constantly remind them about the things that they have to do. And like especially in my family, I tell them to clean the room, put their clothes away to my children, and if there is some dishes which are left on the table in the kitchen after the meal, I really get nervous, and I start start having an argument with people just because of the dishes. I don't know if that's okay, because like in my family, people like easily can live with it. If there is a dirty plate on the table, they can just live with it. The dirty plate can stay there for about for 2 or 3 days. And then when they have another meal, they will take this away and put a new plate there. I don't understand those people. I don't know how this thing is not getting on their nerves. How are they living their life peacefully if they know that something is not right out there in the kitchen or in the house or somewhere? I don't know. I cannot bear it. Okay, maybe it's something. Maybe I have some psychological disorder. Maybe I'm a normal person. I don't know. I haven't compared myself to other people. What about you? Do you consider yourself to be a tidy person? Can you live in a house where things are messy, where you can leave a plate on a table and it stays there for 3 days, unwashed? Can you live in such house? I don't know. Next question. How do you keep things tidy? Well, If I talk about myself, I usually try to wash the dishes right away, not leaving it on a table and not collecting it in the sink, because the amount of dish affects the amount of dish affects the intention to, not intention, не намерение, willingness to do the dishes. That's why I try not to leave as many dishes as possible. Like I try to I try to wash the dishes right away, not leaving it for a long time. Because I know if there are many dishes to wash, I will have people usually feel unmotivated to do it. And it can be applied to other things also. For example, when you when you come home from work, right? You take off your clothes and you can just throw it away somewhere. You can tidy it up later, right? But I don't do so. I cannot afford myself to do so, because psychologically I will just I will kill myself psychologically, mentally, and I will not be I will not be able to live in such a house. That's why I try to leave it. I try to put it in a dishwasher straight away, and put on my house clothes, home clothes. Домашняя одежда, как будет house clothes. Okay, so my advice is to do it straight away, not collecting it. Yes, it will take some time, but in the long run, it will not take as much if there were like a collection of things. This way you will reduce the amount of time you spend on cleaning something. I think for me, being tidy is not just about having a clean room. It also reflects a clear mind and a disciplined life. When my surroundings are organized, I feel more peaceful and I can think more clearly. I believe the way we treat our environment often reflects the way we treat ourselves. What an idea! Great. Now, Rozbek, you have a good idea, actually. That's a good speaking. Okay, and it's a good thing that you have written it, because you will remember this answer. And then next time when you have something connected with tidiness, tidying the room, or being tidy, you will remember this. Okay, I can guarantee you. Okay, Leonard, actually I think I'm tidy because I try to keep my flat clean. When I was a child, my parents taught me to organize my things in right order and wash my clothes. Even when we had a dog and cats, our house was very clean and fresh. Yeah. Also, Leonard, a very good idea, very good speaking, very good wording. I really appreciate it. Good students here. I'm really happy. Okay. Next question. Let's see. How important is it for you to keep your room or workplace clean? Well, in my case, it's very important to work in a clean and tidy, to work in a clean room, first of all, and to keep things in order. That way I will not lose my focus, I will not be distracted by other things, and also I will not waste my energy by thinking about that thing which is not tidy. Okay, because I know that it's proven, it's scientifically proven that it's easier to tidy the room than to sit and try to do something there. You will lose more energy if you sit in an untidy room, because you are constantly thinking about it, and you are wasting your energy on thinking about it, like mentally. Okay, that's why I think it's a very important thing. It's a I would say not very important, but a core part of working somewhere. Okay, it's the main part. For example, if your workplace is not tidy, or your table is not tidy, you will not be able to do anything in a proper order. Everything will be in a mess. Even when not only outside, for example, not only the places where I sit and work. For example, even on my computer, I really hate when I have so many как будет папка? New so many folders. I have so many folders. I really hate it, and I try to keep it as clean and tidy as possible. I try to categorize them, put them in the right places, like in the right category, so that I will be able to find it a bit later. That's why I think it's very important to be more effective. It affects directly your effectiveness, your efficiency. Okay, now Uzbek, you're a good student actually. Passed IELTS and got 7. Good. Okay, Big Sultan, hello. How are you? Now Uzbek, it's very important to me. I believe our environment reflects our mind. Okay, so when environment reflects our mind, somebody said it. Reflects the way we treat ourselves. Now Uzbek, you have just said it. Reflect our mind, reflect the way we think. It's like you repeated the same word. Can you just use something else? I think it's very important, and it shows how you work, for example, or it shows your priorities, it shows your effectiveness. Okay, you can use these ideas. When my room is clean, my thoughts feel clearer and I can focus better. Okay, a tidy space gives me peace, while a messy one creates unnecessary stress. Yes, that's why I try to keep my room organized. Great. Okay, Leonard, I need 6 in each section by 15th of September, but I'm not sure. I've never passed this type of exams before. Okay, you can watch the videos. You can watch the live sessions starting from the first one or second one. There I'm explaining everything from listening, reading, writing, speaking. For example, today we're doing. You can come to our lessons every day, watch the previous lessons if you have time, and then you will be ready. By the 15th of September, you have how much time? You have 1.5 months. That's more than enough time. If you prepare about at least 1 hour every day, you will be ready by the 15th. There's no problem. Don't worry, okay? Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Ayjibek Osman, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Are you taking the IELTS? What's your English level? Where are you from? Tell me about yourselves. We are doing speaking here. Okay, for those who just joined, we are doing speaking. Here are the questions on the screen. If you want, you can choose any question and then answer, or you can choose first question and then answer. We have answered first 3 questions. Now we're on the 4th question. Okay, the first question. Did you used to keep your room tidy as a child? Well, let me remember. So you can buy some time. You can say, okay, well, let me remember my childhood. As I remember, I used to be a very tidy child in my household. I have two older brothers, and they used to be really messy, as stereotypical for boys to be, right? But I wasn't like them. Probably because I saw how they got beaten by our parents. They got punished by our parents for not tidying the house, for not putting the clothes away. So I saw them being punished, okay, physically. That's why maybe it was maybe I was psychologically traumatized by that experience in my childhood, that nowadays when I don't do something properly, or I don't tidy the place, or for example, I see that in my house something is not in the right place, I'm afraid. I got really nervous just because of that, because I think that somebody will come and punish me for that. That's why I'm it's like my disordered, like as I said previously, like maybe it's because of my childhood trauma, maybe because of that experience, I got traumatized like that. Okay, Lily, hello, happy to see you. How are you? Long time no see. We haven't seen you in a while. Okay, moreover, I believe that people who made their workspace more cleaner, you cannot say more cleaner. You have to say cleaner. Okay, cleaner, they are more productive. They are more productive. Okay. Next questions. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Did your parents teach you how to be tidy when you were a child? No, nobody taught me how to be a tidy person. I had to learn it myself because, as I said before, my older siblings got beaten by my parents for not being tidy. That's why I had to learn it as quick as possible in order not to get punished like them. That's why, like, at my time when I was a child, we didn't have many resources to learn from, like nowadays. Unlike nowadays. For example, nowadays you can learn many things from YouTube. You can learn many things from social media, or at least Google. At my time, when I was a child, can you believe it? We didn't have an internet. Moreover, we didn't have a mobile phone. We had a homeland telephone. How do you call it? Homeland telephone, or like home telephone? And I had to go into the city and search for the books which are dedicated for boys. Like maybe there are still some books like that, like self-help books. But at my time, we had books for teenage boys and also books for teenage girls, where they taught how to do different things that were dedicated for boys and girls, like how to repair a car, how to repair electronic device, or how to keep clean your house, like your room, how to keep yourself clean, okay, and many other things that normal boys should know. Then of course a telephone appeared, and first actually the internet and social media appeared when I finished school in 2008. Can you believe that? I lived in a world where we didn't have an internet. We had to go and search for the information. Information was the most powerful tool at our time. But now the most powerful tool is it's out of speaking, okay? I'm just saying. Nowadays, information is available everywhere. Nowadays, it's more valuable to not know, but to implement it into practice. So doing is more important nowadays than knowing. Okay, I can teach you, for example, I can teach you here many things. You can learn them. You can learn how to prepare. You can learn how to organize your day. You can learn how to find any information on the internet, right? But if you don't do the practice, it's useless. Okay, it's like you are just watching some kind of entertainment video. So I'm here entertaining you. Okay. Let's see your answers. Ayjibek, not always. When I was younger, I often left my toys and clothes everywhere. As I got older, I realized that keeping my room tidy saves time and reduces stress. Yes! She found out when she started cleaning her house and being tidy, it saved her time and energy. This is a good idea, actually. Guys, take her idea. A really smart idea. Okay? Ajibek, really good answer. I really loved it. Okay, Leonard, it's impossible to live in a cleanest world, so that each of us try to be better and prioritize cleaning and comfort. We do something. What do you mean? It's impossible to live in the cleanest world. Yeah, it's like, it's a bit utopian. Utopian means like when everything is perfect. In this world, nothing can be perfect, but we can work towards it. Okay, we can try to be so. Even by trying to be so, we can make something improve. We can make some improvements. We can make progress if we try to do so. So the main part is trying. If we say, for example, it's impossible to make it perfect. Right? It's impossible to have a perfect speaking, for example. But if you don't try to make it better, your speaking will never get better. If you think, it's impossible anyway, I will not try, your speaking will not get better. You have to try. Okay? Nobody's speaking will be perfect, ever. Okay? That's why. Just don't worry about it. Маленький гений, hello, happy to see you. How are you? Okay, Ajibek's answer. Yes, they did. Like about parents, right? Yes, they did. They encouraged me to clean up after myself and take responsibility of my own space. I think those habits have stayed with me until now. I'm really happy for you, Ajibek. Unlike me, I wasn't taught. I was shown what consequences I will have if I don't do it. But how will I do it? How will I know how to do it? It's not their problem. It's my problem. It was like, they would say, it's not my problem. The house should be clean. We will be back in 2 hours. It's your problem. If the house is not clean, you will be beaten. I had to do it. I had to learn how to do it. I had no choice. But Ajibek, I can say that you are a happy child. Okay, you can be happy that they taught you how to do it. Our parents were not logical. I don't know how you do it, just do it. I don't care, it's your problem. Very interesting. Okay, маленький гений. Sorry, I help my brother and can't watch your stream, sir. Yeah, no problem, маленький гений. You can watch it later. This live will be recorded. You can watch it later. No problem. Okay, Лили. Ага, я зарегалась на 10 сентября. Буду сдавать здесь в Китае, пока универ не начнется. Пока каждый день готовиться. Хотела осведомить. Okay, Lily, I'm praying for you that you get the highest score possible. Okay, I pray for you that you get 8 or more. I know you can do it. Okay, don't stress out about it. You can do it. I believe in you. And all people here believe in you. Okay? Okay, маленький гений, I'm fine. How about you? Well, I'm here. I'm alive. That's good. Don't worry about me. Healthy69, hello! I am Cornholio. What do you mean? I need TP for my bone. What? What's that? What do you mean? What does it mean? I don't get it. Healthy69, what are you talking about? I don't get it. Окей, Лили, оқушыларыңыз көбейіп кетті ғой. Очень рада за вас. Ақталсын, рахмет ағай. Thank you, Lily. Yes, students are getting, we are getting more students here. Okay. What else? So, let's move on to another question. Like 2 questions left and then we'll finish, okay? How do you feel when you are in a messy environment? I feel really uncomfortable, to be honest. I feel irritated. I feel like something is itching, but I can't scratch it. Like something in my body inside me is itching, but I can't scratch it. Like the untidy thing must be tidied. I cannot sit still. I cannot focus on my work. Something is wrong. It really takes up my mind. It takes my energy, to be honest. Yes. I'm that I'm that traumatized from childhood experience. So I think it affects my productivity. It affects directly my productivity. That's why I really don't like it. Okay, how do you feel when you are in the messy room? Okay, Aijabek, I feel uncomfortable because it's harder for me to concentrate. Yes. A messy place can be distracting, so I prefer to organize everything before I start studying or working. Yes, that's right. Good ideas and good option. Okay. Have you seen the movie? How do you say it? About a person who takes pills and he becomes smarter. If you remember the name, you can write the name. Limitless, yeah, it's called Limitless. Have you seen the movie Limitless? In that movie, if you have noticed, when he becomes smarter for the first time, when takes the pill for the first time and becomes really smart, first thing he does is he tidies his environment. He throws away all the trash. He washes all the dishes. He tidies all the whole room, and he collects and washes all of the things that are not like tidied up. And then he starts focusing on his work after tidying the room. That's why tidying room, it's like a psychological. How to say it? It's a psychological trick to become more productive. If you want to become more productive, first of all, start tidying your room. Then you will get started on becoming more productive. Okay, you will get energy to be more productive. Then you will start working even more effectively. That's why, just if you don't know what to do, and you are sitting and thinking, man, I have to prepare for IELTS, I have to learn the words, I have to read this and do that, I don't have energy. So if you want to get started and if you want to get more energy, you have to start doing something like physically in the house. For example, cleaning your room, putting things away, washing the dishes, and then you will start getting more motivated to do. After you have finished and prepared your environment, you will be ready to do the actual work, and you will do it more effectively. Okay? Big Sultan, Lily, what band do you want to get? Lily wants to get more than 7. And I tell her that she can get 8, but she doesn't believe me. Big Sultan, okay, so let's support Lily. Okay, Healthy 69, it meant nothing, I just don't know what to write. So you can say hello, you can say how are you doing, you can say what you have finished today, for example. You can say what practice have you done today so far, or if you haven't done any practice, you can say I haven't done any practice, it was a lazy day for me today. You can tell about your weather. There are many things that you can say actually. Okay. So the last question, let's answer the questions. Ajbek only is answering. Why others are not answering? Okay, today we're talking about tidiness. Last question. How do you think people should be tidy all the time? Do you think people should be tidy all the time? Well, in my perfect world, yes, but I know that it's impossible, and it will be impossible to impose this thing on everyone. Impose means like ask everyone to be so, and it will be impossible to impose everything. Impose this on everyone, and also there are type of people, right? Especially young and old, elderly people, like little children and old people. Ask them to be more tidy all the time. Like, it's impossible. For some of them, it's impossible physically. You cannot demand from them that. You cannot demand that from them. Okay, you have to be. It has to make sense. Okay, that's why I don't think that it's possible. First of all, and it depends on the conditions of a person. For example, on their age, right, and also on their physical conditions. And it depends also on their mental conditions. You cannot ask a crazy person to be a clean person, right? That's why it depends on many factors, but generally, if a person is adequate, and if a person is not too young and not too old, and he is responsible, he is mature, you can demand that. Not demand, but at least ask them to be so. Ask politely, right? And if a person is mature enough, takes responsibility for himself, he will be tidy. Okay, and I will say even more that, moreover, in my opinion, one of the signs of maturity in a person is how clean and tidy the person is, and how clean and tidy he keeps his environment. For example, if a person doesn't keep his environment in a tidy, it's also always messy, and the clothes that the person wears is always, for example, dirty. That doesn't show their maturity. It shows that they are not mature enough. They're like little children who doesn't care about it. Okay. Так, Leonard, it depends on what kind of this situation. It depends on situation. It depends on the situation, you can say. It depends on the situation. For example, if it's a reconstruction or moving to another house, I feel okay. It's a reconstruction or moving to another house. It's when it's if there are some, как будет ремонт? Repairs. If there are some repairs at home, I feel okay. Repair work. You can say repairs or repair work. Okay? Or moving. Okay, Islam. Bro, where are you from? Kazakhstan. Yes, I'm from Kazakhstan. Glad to meet you. I'm from Kazakhstan. Ajibek, do you only go live for speaking every day? I go live every day, yes, Ajibek. Also, I have recently started doing speaking here with you guys, so that others would learn more words, more ideas. Also, I can do other things. I can do reading. I have done reading previously at the very beginning. If you watch those live sessions, I have done reading live. I have done reading, all tests, all reading in Cambridge 21, in Cambridge IELTS book number 21. I have done all of the readings there. You can watch it. But if you have any suggestions or if you have any wants that you want here, you can ask me. I can do it, no problem. But only thing that I will not do is listening. I will not do listening with you. You have to do listening yourself. I can explain it here, no problem. I can explain how to do it. I can explain how to find the answer. But I will not do the listening here. You have to listen it yourself. Okay? But other than that, reading, speaking, writing, we can do everything here. No problem. Or at least we can sit here and talk about generally about IELTS, about learning English, about books, how to prepare for lessons, or okay. Okay, nice fool. What do you think, bro? What do you mean? What do you think? What do you think? What do I think? What? I think about what? What are you talking about? Can you please elaborate? Elaborate means to tell more, to open the question. Can you elaborate? I didn't understand it. Okay, so we have talked about tidiness. Do you have any questions so far? These are the questions that you might find on speaking. Do you have live sessions in August? It would be great. Yes, I will have live sessions every day for at least 1 year. I will try to do it for at least 1 year. Okay, I have started last month. It's been 41 days. I hope I will do it for another 300 days. Just pray for me that I will continue this. Okay, I will be here, don't worry, Leonard. Nice fool. In the real exam, will it be easier than practice test? In the real exam, will it be easier than practice test? Okay, let me just